this meeting to order.
We'll have a moment of silence, and I think we should also have an extra moment of silence for the people involved with 9/11.
We should be silent for the meeting.
Flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes? We don't have, she's not here, so you all got them online, right? I need a motion to approve the minutes.
We have a question I'd like to make here. It says in attendance, Reverend Spade is not a member of council, and he's listed as a member of council.
Okay, she must have made an oversight.
Mentioned on
Yes,
the-
yes.
Yes.
The only other thing that I would like to see on there, but get it because probably we did the signer sheet. The 17 guests that was here, I wish we'd have had the name of the 17 guests that was here.
You know, we need a sign-in sheet.
That should be actually a sign-in sheet and where you live on it. That would be good. You know, like, I live in the borough, I live out of the borough, you know, something like that, so. Other than that, I don't have an issue with anything in the minutes, other than I would like to see from now on, when we have that many guests, who we have.
Right, that's a good idea. I don't think we could list them all, could we? Most of them were from township.
We could just, like Barbie said, we could do a sign-in sheet. and
Yeah,
have
there's
one.
nothing, I mean, there's nothing we can do about what just
No,
happened.
it's just something that with the correction that Jack had and for future reference of listing the guests that are here, I make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
All in favor? That takes us down to the finance report. I had some questions for her.
That's something I don't think any finance went on. I don't know whether that's finance reports over there, on her desk or not. I don't know if those are not. I just didn't have, I just really didn't have the time.
This is finance.
I'm still confused on this. Swift fire. I thought that bill was like $12,000. Where we, I thought we were listing that.
4,000.
The fire insurance.
Oh, yeah. She redid that and it could,
I thought she did it on this sheet. What she told
the
us.
fire fee should be listed under, what is the other fire fee? What's the other pay with?
She has it listed as Swift.
Under Swift.
That's exactly what it is.
Right.
It's Swift and in the borough is something totally,
The borough is, well, the rest of our insurance is EMC.
EMC is the rest.
It's insurance.
No,
But I thought that bill was like $12,000.
it was, right.
It is.
And then we were gonna show the split, what Vicari and what
Oh,
White. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the split, that's why I'm.
She did do those Thursday. I know she did. I'm sure she had them ready to mail out.
No, we're not talking about the bill, that's fine, but if you look at Swift, she has year-to-date about $8,853, when that should be closer to 12.
Yeah.
Right, and then on our income, right, then it should say, we got from
Yes.
Swift from White, should say how much we got from White.
We haven't got that.
We have, yes, so
Right.
she just billing
We
for
will.
that.
We will get it.
And that was my question, we're unclear whether last year's was, what we got last year from the townships. So we get something, I told you before, when I looked through it, it seemed like we were paying about 50%. So we want to get that right. I don't know what we can do about the past. We should be paying 19%.
Right. And that's what, just so we can
Yes,
see that
we-
we're only paying, you know, we're the 19 to 31 and 50%, so
Yes.
it's,
Yeah, so we know that we're paying only what we're supposed to pay.
Because they pay us
that's a
their
mess.
percentage, right?
Pardon me?
Like, the townships actually pay us and then we pay.
We pay,
Yeah,
we
so-
pay it all, then we
That's-
divide it what it is,
It's
we're
50%
like
from
19,
Vicaria
50 from Vicaria.
and 31%
30 from White.
From White.
White.
31 from
31,
White,
yeah.
19 from us, and 50 from Vicaria.
Right, and that's why I said on this, I thought we were gonna break that down so that we knew when we brought it in and when we cleared it out.
We were to break the, no, when people sign in.
Well, Barb, I mean, we all know who Pat is, and we don't know who he.
Yeah, but it's-
But it still won't work.
Yeah, somebody should just write it, you can write it down, doesn't matter, they don't have it, just somebody does.
I owe you money tonight before you leave too.
That's what he come up.
Anyway, I guess we're just on hold there, I don't know what to say, but
Are you pumping
I'm like you,
basements?
I want that right.
Well, I don't hunt without her actually
Yes,
physically
right,
being
I
there.
know.
That's why I'm not even questioning, I'm just saying, I'm gonna have a hard time saying yes to the finance report when that stuff that we talked about is not on there.
Yes, and a lot of this, I'm not even sure it's right.
I don't want
I
to
know
say-
she went back over some of it again and she did do some of the breakup the other day.
Right, we talked about doing the breakup, and I don't, I'm not seeing that on here.
How many months now have we been more than trying to get this straight?
It's gonna take us a full year, and I'm afraid you got the email from her, just in the preliminary.
Hey, you don't pay me for something.
Auditors are having trouble, so we're gonna pay more. They haven't even gotten into the actual audit yet, they're having troubles. So it's gonna take
They're out
us.
on
I thought they were finished.
These 16, and if they even went to 15 or that small, because the same.
Right, guided, we've always had problems, it's never been right here, so I don't,
He never disclosed anything to us, yes, no, or maybe about whether it would be a problem, whether it was strong or whether
no,
it weren't.
it was, you called it a.
It was very vague on what he gave us.
It was the worst audit I've ever seen in my life, and he claimed that it was a shortened audit, which is something I never heard of. He said it's
Yeah.
legal.
She said it's actually legal if
That's
it's done
what I
right,
heard.
but it doesn't mean it was done right.
Yeah,
so.
I hate paying this type of money for this, but we gotta get the finances straightened out in this place, we just simply have to.
Too long.
Yes. Now, where are we with paying for the pavement? Obviously, that hasn't been paid.
No,
yet.
we're not paying it, we're not, they're not worried about it, and we're kind of waiting until county aid comes in. Our county aid will probably be paid electronically,
Okay,
which will be $9,000.
okay.
Then we're gonna take that, we're gonna take out of that other account, and out of liquid fuel for the rest of it.
Well, we should
Pay.
have plenty just for.
Oh, we could pay out the
That's what
liquid
I
fuel.
mean, yeah,
We
it's
can pay it,
41,000.
but they're not, we called and talked to them and they weren't worried, so we were just gonna wait till the county can prove it. I mean, we can pay
Yeah.
it, we can go ahead and pay it and get it out of the way,
Yeah.
as long as you wanna do that.
Charge?
Yeah, I
They
would just,
charge.
we owe, he has bills to pay, if it were me, I
I
would
mean,
just
that's
pay
not
him
an
and then
issue.
get the 9,000, you're gonna get it
Yeah,
anyway.
I can
That's
make
what I
it that
would
we
do.
pay it, I can go ahead and pay it.
Yeah, the guy, he has
They always
expenses.
have.
Yeah, and the 9,000, it can't be too much longer, right, until it rolls in here? And then there was something, we've talked about this off and on real briefly. Increasing the truck payment, even by a small amount, would cut the time in half.
Well, my suggestion was,
Well, we had it set up that the money, taxes, we took the $3,600 and put in the account for the year. And then the restitution we were receiving is $150 a month, was admitted out of town.
Yeah.
And in January,
Yeah, too
we made,
complicated. Let's just do it really easy and just increase it. Pick a number, say to 350. Every month, she will simply pay 350. If you run into, or whatever, 400 or whatever it is, if you run into trouble, you can always drop it back to 298. Just
Yeah.
increase the payment. Now, you make that too complicated, and that's what we're trying to get rid of, is having accounts everywhere.
this is that money that Jack talked about, the restitution.
Well, I'm just saying,
goes
just
out.
pay it. Just
Yeah.
put it in there.
But-
Don't make a separate account.
No. We have
and
to
we,
separate out.
we was doing
It's the
tests
same.
from 10 to 7, the way we had it set up.
There was.
It's a restitution account.
Right, but you called it a truck account, and we got rid of that, just because you're making things too complicated.
In other words,
Just make,
increase.
keep it simple. We need to vote on something like that if we're going to do that, but I would, you'll pay the, what is that, like
What is
30-year
the
loan?
truck?
It's an ungodly
He
loan.
says 10 years.
10 years,
That's 10
that's
years,
a wonderful.
it's $300 a month.
And those
So
what,
10 years, we need a new truck.
Could be.
the way it was set up,
About 20 out of
they
the
haven't paid in seven, but
Yeah.
the ones
That must be-
that
you
set
have
up
Right,
on
so
the truck.
if we're talking about
Pardon me?
adding 100, why not just add and make it a new amount of $350
I did have
There you go.
a month?
Yeah.
Well, the
50
truck
mile an
is
hour
already
going to
$300, so
clear.
why not like 400?
But I had it
Well, you
told
tell
me,
me we're gonna afford for it.
Let's
that's
not
what
forget
we-
that
I don't wanna go any
restitution, and
further.
that's what
We
we're
don't
gonna
get
do.
that.
Yes,
We
let's
took
make
a
sure
load
we
of
get
junk
that
there.
rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you get your,
We
make
took
sure
And you
you
can
all the junk
always
from
cut it back.
Yeah.
Anytime you run into trouble, you
Throw
throw
it
it
out
back to
front.
290. Yeah. So where do you want to take
What do you
it?
want to increase it to? Should we vote?
Yeah, we should. Somebody should make a motion.
Somebody make a motion for what you think it should be made at. We can pay that, and if we have issues, come the first of the year when
And
we
every
We
run
took out all
low.
the
Any-
air compressors.
you can just
that
back
sit
off.
back here in the weeds.
So I make a motion that we pay him
We're gonna all
$350.
that. This is gonna be
Straight.
iron, strictly iron.
Second.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
How many of us are in favor? 4? Not in favor?
No, I think it's 400.
Oh, you.
I'm good with that too.
That's fine.
Change
Want to make a motion? Go to
425,
Make a
425.
motion.
Resend the
Yeah,
motion,
how
resend
how
the
much-
motion for 300.
How much time was that cut
Well,
off?
I'll resend my motion.
It'll cut it right in half.
So we'll be going from 10 years to 5 years?
Yeah.
I'll resend my motion to $350 if you're willing to work as high as we
Yeah. I've no
I was
problem
just
with
trying to
4. Just get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
Jack,
Most
you
places
making that
do
motion?
400.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Yeah, all right.
Aye.
It's gonna
Unanimous?
cut it in half.
Yeah, easily. And again, if you run in trouble, you just back off to the
Right.
minimum that's required.
Who seconded that, Calvin?
Is that's done electronically, they take that out, so we'll just have to contact.
I think you just get online. Can't you just get online?
Yeah, you should be able to go to the USDA site, probably
Yeah.
increase that, or ask them to increase it.
Yeah, I think you
Find
can
out
do
how
that
to
on
do
your
that.
own. as
I
far
wanna
as
make
know.
sure, well, I just wanna make sure if we increase it, that we're able to decrease it, if it comes in the future,
Yeah,
that we do it.
What you're doing is,
Sign, yeah.
I would do it manually, she need to do it manually, just pay
Well, we'll
400
see
as
what-
opposed, and if she can't, you have flexibility
Yeah.
about that stuff, you're not locked. And then there's one thing, it looks to me like our social security and Medicare taxes are too low. We had the same problem last year, somebody had calculated, do a little bit of math here. We paid in gross wages $21,764. When you combine Social Security and Medicare, it should be 0.0765%.
Move to 21 what?
It's on the financials, gross wages are $21,764 year to date. To me, it looks like we're running a little late just off the top of my head here on Social Security and Medicare taxes. Now, if she were here, I'm not sure if she pays that monthly or quarterly or...
Quarterly.
Quarterly.
But if you look across, it looks like things are being paid monthly. See, you see 163, you see June, July, August.
You
So
talk,
she's,
I under,
Social
you're talking to
Security
me
and
what's
Medicare.
taken out and paid in?
Yes.
I think it's done monthly.
That's
I
what it
think
would
it's
appear
doing-
on here.
I think that's what QuickBooks is doing right now.
Well,
I'm pretty
for
sure.
we had trouble last year with this. and
Well,
we
the
got the
last
best.
pay period, it didn't want to work at all, and it ended up taking it all off of the guy's last, rather than taking so much. It would have took off you. I know
What's-
Walt
what's
did, because
the-
I seen the check. It all come off at like the end, because she got in and looked, it wasn't taking anything off.
Well, just do some quick math here, if somebody has a calculator. It would be 21,764 times 0.0756. 765, excuse me, 765. This number.
21, was it 764?
Yes, times 0.0765.
765.
Yes.
36,000.
Well, that, I'm sorry, right?
1665.
That sounds right. Thank you. That's where I was. So we're at 1,200 where we should be at 1,600.
Well, just let that,
That what?
you're right.
I'm up to 16,647.
Yes, and she's showing year-to-date that we paid $12.44.
About $400 short.
Yes, which isn't, I'd just like to keep on top of that, since we had problems last year. We were way too short, people, nothing was being taken out of. Don't want to say anything like that. Beyond that, again, she's not here, obviously, so just something to keep in mind for the future. So where are we here? For the month of August, she spent $6,761.21. That's what we need to approve. I need a motion to accept the bills for the month of August.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Second.
I'll
We're
second it.
second.
I'll second it. No, I was looking what had changed so much between
Well,
July
if you
and
didn't tell
August.
us,
And
we're
it was $6,226, and that would have been a Swift fee flash from, it shows in July how high it is.
wait.
Maybe I'm looking on the wrong
Yeah,
sheet.
I don't see what you're.
June and
Swift,
August
I
doesn't have anything.
I have nothing.
For June and
Oh,
August.
all right,
see what
July
June-
is 6,000.
Yes, well, that's what I'm looking at. I was
Okay.
looking at how much this one was
Right,
compared to
okay,
this
I
one.
got
We're
you,
almost
I got
out.
you. Right, I see where you're at, I got you.
Just so we're on the same page, sorry.
Year-to-date for Swift, we paid $8,853, so we could be in the ballpark, yeah.
Yeah.
The project makes this a little confusing, which is why I want to pay it all at once. It's done fiscally, we're on an annual year, and this thing's on a fiscal year, it expires in what, November or something? In October, yeah.
Insurance?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's Swift, it runs
the
a year at a
30th, I think
time.
the 30th it runs to.
That's why I wanted to pay it all at once, so we can see.
No, November.
Oh,
He,
okay.
you got her letter, Joe wants to meet with us at some point.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I'm
don't think
supposed
she
to give
set
him
a
a
date.
call at some point. She told me Thursday, but I just haven't had a chance to call him today. It was
Okay.
down one of them days.
Yeah, we'll come get one of the Wednesdays and just let us know, any Wednesday
We'll get it,
work
yeah.
for us. All right, so can we accept the finance report as per, is there anything on there that,
Other than that, there's nothing really jumps out at me as
Yeah.
far as what would be out of place. It's just, we're low, we're gonna have to look at that.
all right, what are
You know-
legal fees for $367 for the month of August?
I don't know, unless that would be for,
Oh, there she
I'm
is.
so
Hey,
sorry.
all right,
I'm
that's all
so
right.
sorry. I
Oh,
had
hell,
water in
Jason.
my
Oh, we
basement.
understand.
all
Glad
hell
you could
pays
make
to
it.
keep Brooklyn light.
Hey, I got your minutes started.
Yes,
That's fine. I knew you guys were here, but
that's all right.
No, you got to take care
Our
of
family
it.
emergency, we were stumbling on.
I do have copies over here of the finance report if anybody wants a hard copy to look at.
I'll make a hard copy. I didn't know if that was those for sure.
Yep.
Because they were questioning, there was a question on the,
Let's just, can we rerun this since
I
she's
don't
here?
see why we can't just
Let her
rerun
get
it.
organized there.
All right.
I'm good.
Take
I'm
a deep
ready
breath.
when you
You're ready to roll?
Yep.
Let's pick up, where we are right now, we see legal fees of $367.
are. Yes.
What did we do?
What that was, is we had some stuff we had to file with Clearfield, that they sent us. It wasn't anything with Flood Project, it was just little kinky things.
That
Didn't
was,
have to
was
do.
nothing to do with what, with Ed.
No,
Nothing with that.
no, it was
Intervention,
just.
nothing
just-
intervention, nothing with intervention.
I can get the bill, because off the top of my head, I can't remember, but it was a bill, it came from Clearfield, and it was for like,
Wait a minute, from Clearfield,
yes,
the courthouse?
yes.
Okay, so.
And I wasn't
I see
sure where to
what-
put it, so I just
I
put
got
it
you.
in
Good
legal
en-
fees,
good enough.
because it was,
All right, so
it
it
was
wasn't
to
to
keep-
our attorney.
no, it was just kind of to keep, the update that yes, the borough's still here, and it was just little, there was like a little chart, it was just little stuff
All right,
that we've done throughout the year, that we end up paying for at the end of the year.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
when Mary sends her taxes, sometimes there's like stuff she has to incur.
Just so we know what it is.
Yeah,
That's
and I
clear.
wasn't sure, because we don't have a line for that, so I was like, well,
That's
it's
okay,
legal, so.
just so you
legal
tell us
piece.
what it is.
Yes, I can.
And then the other thing, we're just talking about social security once again.
Yes.
It seems a little light. We just did the math on that, it should be closer to 1,600 and something as opposed to 1,200.
Yes, do that too. That's one I would have to actually look at QuickBooks to see what's going on.
Because if I said last
Yeah.
month, it took the guys all their social security stuff all out at the
Yeah.
last payment of the month rather than split.
So that's one-
Two payments.
I can get an answer for you, but you'll have to wait some time to look at QuickBooks.
I don't know, I don't think, it's just something, I don't know what's wrong. If
Yeah.
you do the math, something is wrong.
No, I
Just
agree.
be
It's-
aware of it.
It's off, and I can put a note by it. But yeah, like Joe said,
Just-
last
just-
month it did something really wonky, and I
Yeah.
was a little confused.
We don't need an explanation, just so it's right.
Yes.
That's all we care about. And the other thing we were talking about down here, our favorite topic is SWIFT.
Yes.
We talked about that, we're 8,853 year to date, it gets very confusing.
Yes.
It seems like that should, at this point in our minds, that should have been 12,000 based on what
Yeah.
we.
Which it might end up at the end of the year being 12, but we had it budgeted for 10 based off of the fact that
I know,
the
but
password charge
here's
was
my
off.
point, we are now moving into a new year, right?
Yes.
Right, the old one is done, it should have been all paid off, it should be 12. The one we have to pay is going to be 12,000, and I wanted you to pay that all at once.
It'll be
before this
paid off
confusion.
in November, is when SWIFT is done.
SWIFT is not done yet, are we?
No, it's done in November, and then I'm guessing it's gonna come in at 10.
Okay, now, this one again, I think we've been through this the last time, I asked the same question. The townships have been billed
They
for
have been billed.
2/17, we got, it doesn't show up on our, does it show up on 16? It does not show up on this finance report, and we are ready to bill them again for
She
the
did,
new
she
one that's
has,
coming
she,
up.
oh, yeah, I know what
You
you're
follow what I'm saying, so
Yeah.
it's, I just wanna make sure this is right. We're not losing anything
This
here.
was a confusing one to do, and that's, I separated the SWIFT from the EMC in this budget. I did send a note about that when I emailed
Yes,
it.
and we
It's-
just gotta focus on SWIFT for
Yeah.
the moment, just SWIFT.
I
That
know.
should be $12,000.
It's a confusing.
And something, I don't remember
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
right?
That's why when I saw it, Andrew, that's why it was so confusing, is when I only saw $10,000, I realized maybe we've only somewhere in the reason, only budgeted for $10,000.
Yes,
But we know the bill is
It's going to be more.
$12,000.
Yes.
Yes,
And then we also know that we're gonna bill White and Reed Township.
Victoria.
McCarran, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
not White,
Okay.
and Reed, but
That's
McCarran.
right.
So somewhere on this
There
report,
should be on there.
we should see the total bill of $12,000. And then on your income side of the house,
It should be in there.
you should see where Beccaria and White paid you the money for that reason.
Let me,
If
She
you
wants to
see
make a
that-
little line item, if she can do
For-
it because
for-
she has it broke down.
So that we know what you billed,
Yeah.
and we know how much that bill's for, and how much we paid, and how much the other two paid.
now, that's budgeted roughly correct. It's just, when we did the budget over a year ago, we put
Right.
$6,000 in there.
because we didn't know we were paying wrong at the time either.
Oh, that isn't right.
No.
6,000 isn't right, right,
It's
that's,
not.
I brought this up before,
Yeah.
that's not even close to being right.
No.
That should be the,
Okay? And that's why.
Shows here it's budgeted at 10,000.
well, look at
Expenditure
township,
side's
on the income side.
On the income side,
From
township
town-
fire
but
protection.
they pay to us.
Right. Now see, that's where my confusion, I see 6,000 here.
Yes, they don't work. They don't
It's not
work.
working.
Right. Yeah, so I don't
Those-
even know when the last money came in from the townships. It wasn't since we've been here, nothing's come in 2017. So did they pay in November of 2016?
Probably December of the probably again, because if she
I'll
billed,
have to double check.
she
but
usually was always billed like in November.
It's
Usually
kind
have
of,
December before the end of the year, so you close everything out.
Yeah.
So we should only pay about 2,000, and
Yes.
the township should pay about 10,000.
it's not an even what we pay, but it's,
Right.
We're 19%
That's what
of
I'm
12,
saying.
or 9% of 12,000.
That's why I said about,
It's
me to approve this
2,400.
budget, I'm saying the numbers are wrong.
The whole budget is wrong, yes. Now, right now, we're just approving the expenditures for August. That's all we're approving, what we're going to vote on. But the whole budget is wrong. You're right, what the budget needs, and we will not know that until the end of this year.
How
When
long
we
it
do
is.
our 2018 budget, we should have all these numbers soon,
Yeah.
soon, for the next few months. So you're right, there's problems here, which is why we're doing what we're doing.
The SWIFT through the EMC was just a giant cluster
Right,
for a while.
well, we are straightening it out.
Slowly
And
but
that's-
surely
we won't
we're
have it
getting
straightened
it.
out to help us this year, but for next year, this stuff should be pristine.
Because you like I said, I think it's important that we know exactly what we're getting from the area.
Yes.
What we pay in until we do it.
And we've been getting screwed. We've been picking up about half the tab. But
The Citizens Committee is very confused. Is the 10 or 12,000 also include the 51%, 19%, and 31, or is that just what Coalport has to
It
pay?
should, let me go,
It
let-
should.
hold on. Let me go
That is total amount.
That's the total amount for all the
All right,
entities.
there
So
is-
the other entities need to show up on this
Okay,
as
here's-
being coming in.
That's what it just said.
Well,
That's all it's been
Swift,
at the end of the year
are
to
you
date.
on the expenditure side? Do you have an expenditure sheet in front of you? Can we give you something?
Yes.
Yeah, I do have the expenditure.
just- if you
It's the
look-
expenditures,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it
if you
says
look
right
down
there.
where it says Swift /fire fees, can you see that column? It's about the fourth or fifth one down, I suppose.
Yeah, but you're showing that you have year-to-date 8,853.
That's what we would have spent.
Who paid that?
We did.
We paid it.
We
in.
paid
You
it.
paid it, and you didn't get anything from Becari
Not,
yet.
not yet, we haven't.
We
Now
sent them
that's,
a bill.
here's what's going to happen.
No,
You
no,
s-
wait a minute. We're talking about two different things.
But they're related, he's right, go ahead.
Yeah, but she just said we sent a bill.
Right.
But the bill was sent for
I don't
this
understand.
year.
Yes.
We just sent mine back.
I think they sent it, you mean for 2017?
Yes.
We should have, but we probably got it at the end of 2017. That's probably why it's
Well,
not.
it's still in 2016.
Yeah, because you're probably gonna think that. I'll have to look.
Didn't need to see.
Well, here, Reverend, can I finish answering your question?
Yes,
there?
sir.
If you look
Thank
at
you for-
Swift, do you see what we have budgeted, $10,000?
Yes, sir.
That number is wrong. It's going to be over $12,000.
I bracketed 12, but it
Yeah, a little higher than 12.
appears that Coalport Borough is paying that.
Yes, we pay that, and then we are to be reimbursed, and we have not been properly reimbursed in the past. We should get 50%, so if it's 12,000, we should get 6,000 from Becari Township. And then it's 31% from White Township, which would be 4,000, 3,000. And then we will pay the other two. Is what, we pay 20% of 12,000, which would be 2,400, is what this borough should pay. You know, come out of our, did I leave
Should
you
be
there?
paying, but we're paying a lot more.
Yes, we're paying half.
When
Yeah.
the carry shouldn't be.
Well,
Well, it's our fault.
When push comes to shove, actually, we pay the whole thing, then we
Yes.
collect the
Yes,
other two pieces.
we
like
collect
what it amounts to.
80%.
Yeah.
That's where I
But
said.
we
yeah.
have not been
We don't know where
collecting
to
the
go.
right
That's our
amount.
problem.
Right, like you said, it has not been, it was not divided percentage-wise correctly.
Yes, and so we will fix that this year. I don't know if we do anything about the past, but this year's going to be right.
That's almost impossible.
Yes.
to pick up.
And they're not gonna go back.
So you're paying attention, we're all paying attention, this will be right this year, we will get this. Did we answer your question, Reverend?
Yes, but it should be a line item that
Well, that's exactly what we just discussed.
that you should have an income.
Yes.
Right,
and
on
that-
our income
okay.
budget now, we should have on there, like I said, where it says township fire protection, I think it actually should say,
White and Becari.
White and the carrier.
We can do that.
And how much-
That's a good point, do that if you will. That's
Yeah,
what
Ray has
I-
it wrote down.
So that we
We
show,
want absolute clarity here.
Right.
And then you know exactly
Like I
what.
said, it's
So
a
do you
total
have that
number,
one?
not knowing who's paying what.
Revenue,
I ha-
Reverend, on the income side now, it says township fire protection.
Yeah, I see that,
And
but it doesn't have White Township.
no, we're gonna put it as White Township in Becari for clarification. But you see what we have there, we budgeted 6,000, which is wrong. That's only 50% where it should be 80%. That's what they'll pay us, they should pay us 80% of 12,000.
be.
Well, I thought White had
What
at
we can
30.
31% and Beccaria is 50%.
What we can do, and there's no reason
Of
why.
12,000 and some odd bucks.
We can probably actually put what Vicari has and what White has put, and what each one has paid on there for an item, and then you know which one is good.
You can do that.
We can do that.
It just adds 2 line items. How-
I mean,
whatever
it's not that,
works.
it's not that much to add on to it, but it may
That's what
make it
he
a lot
wants.
clearer for people.
That's what you want, right?
Right, well, I want somebody that doesn't know all the conversations. We have to be able to
Yeah, I
come up
have-
here and say, we're getting money from them 2 companies and we
I
pay
get
this
that.
much.
I have no problem about that at all. And that still takes us down to, we still have, before we're done, we have to approve this. Are there any more questions on that? Before we,
Thank you, Mr. President.
welcome, Rick. Sounds bad. I don't know. Anything else that anybody sees on here? You know, the insurance, again, that's been a mystery to me from day one. So it's gonna take
We're
us a
slowly
year.
getting it
We're
weeded
gonna figure it
out,
out.
but
And that's the other reason I say that,
Yes.
that we need to make those line items so that we know exactly, and
And
every
everybody
meeting,
else knows too.
you know, that we know exactly that at whatever point in time, Angel receives money from them, we're billed them, so that
We know,
We as a whole-
Reverend knows, and anybody
and
that looks
anybody
at
that
this
comes
will
up here
know.
can say that, hey, wait a minute, why are we paying out this money and no income?
Well, the other thing we mentioned in your absence, we want to increase the truck
yeah,
payment
I've seen this here.
$400. Can you do that online without ever having to contact? Can you just make that entry online?
I don't know. I'll email Eli and I'll see.
If they actually take, I
Yeah.
know they're the ones that take it out.
Yeah, they're who takes
But
it out.
if we would
so-
have to adjust it back in the future, we want to be able to adjust
You
it
need
back
that
to 300 if something would.
Yeah, I will contact Eli and he'll be able to tell me straightforward.
Tell them we just want to pay extra on the principal, and ask them how we go about that.
Yeah, he'll help us. All right, have we answered anything else on this? And of course, there's always the streetlights down there, which are off the chart all the time. And we talked about paying for the paving. Also, you got all that.
We're going to go
Yes.
ahead and pay it
Pay it.
before we get,
County aid came today.
okay,
Right.
we're
So
going to pay
you
it,
can
so
make
we're
a
good.
deposit
Talk
tomorrow.
about,
Time.
Yeah.
yeah, I couldn't ask for
No,
better.
perfect. And then, will that take, you're gonna wipe out the pension account like we discussed, right? That will be gone. And you still have, I see the truck fund still exists.
Which one? The COV one?
Well, it just says truck
It says
fund.
truck fund.
Yeah.
And that's the one we wanted to get rid of.
Yeah, it's just being a headache and a half.
Yeah, so you can get
We'll
rid of
get
it.
it, it's just, it's,
Oh, it's just not as easy to get rid of as you
it's
hoped.
not because the signers have changed. And when I called and I said, you know, we want to get rid of this, they said, okay, you, Mr. Winslow, Mr. Nevling, Jacker, come on down. I said, Mr. Nevling's no longer on council, and Mr. Winslow has passed away. And they said, well, then you have to come
Oh,
down,
you told us.
get a card, me and Jack have to sign it, Joe has to sign it, have to take that card back to CMB, get another card, bring it back, me and Joe have to sign it, and then take it out again.
You
So I
do
can
stuff
get
by
it done.
email? Get by
I don't
email or
know.
mail
I
this?
can find
They
out.
need
Yes,
to
I mail
already
it.
We could
Mail
just
it.
get out one day and do all the signatures
If
and do
you
it
went,
all.
why couldn't you, if you
We
guys
can
were
see
there?
and do
Instead of
something.
bringing the card up, taking the card back.
Yeah, that makes sense, right.
It just kinda got put on the back burner.
That's
so
like
there's
our
a lot of
credit
junk.
I want to get this cleaned out. I'm quite sure the auditor's going to tell us to
Yeah.
clean this stuff up, so I'd like to be preemptive if we can. We still are, can we, let's approve this before it gets away from it. Somebody make a motion
I make
to,
a motion.
you make yours, make the second.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Isn't that a resolution?
So we're done with the finance.
Does the bank require a resolution of changing officers as signators?
Just a copy of the minutes usually is what they would
They have to be approved minutes, so
Yeah.
if they'll be from last year or this year, they have to be approved minutes.
Okay, that takes us down to getting out of the contract with the fire company. Do you have, do you want to just read the letter?
I can make a copy. I
You
can
make
make
a
one,
copy.
unless you
Right.
have one on your computer.
I probably do. Hold on.
She has one.
This is the one from the lawyer.
You want that one, not the one that
Well, I think that should be read, so that's communication.
I sent it to everybody. They already got it.
Yeah, but it should be read to the public also, as communication.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
Public.
You can read it. This this is from Beard Legal Group. It's from Roland Repack, that's our solicitor. And it just says, recently I received information from the Volunteer Fire Department of Glendale, Volunteer Fire Department Engine Company Number 1. As such information was received by my assistant indicating Coalport Borough meeting minutes from 2007, where Coalport Borough approved a contract between the Borough of Coalport and the Glendale Volunteer Fire Department. First and foremost, please let the Borough Chairman, Mr. Paul Zubich, know I have been contacted as well as the members of the Borough Council to indicate that I have an obligation to respond in some format when approaching a legal dispute under the Borough Code. In that same vein, I also wish to indicate that it would appear through documentation which is provided that there is an agreement between Glendale Volunteer Fire Department Engine Company Number 1 and the Borough of Coalport for consideration of $7,500 per year. In this case, as part of the services, the Volunteer Fire Company will render or cause to be rendered fire protection and rescue services to Coalport Borough. It would also appear through the agreement that this would be paid in 2 installments, each being a sum of $3,750. Likewise, following this agreement, it also states that the installments will be made on or before the first day of June and December of each of the agreement. I have not been in contact with Coalport Borough, but it would be my understanding per the agreement, I would presume a payment was made of $3,750 for June already. With that said, it is my understanding that the dispute may be for the December payment since it has not yet been delivered. However, since December 1st is yet to come, there may not be a dispute at the end of the day. The point may be moot or merely rumor, which promoted the fire company to reach out. One reference of the agreement would say that it goes until December 2010, as it was a 3-year agreement. However, upon expiration of the term, it continues on a year-to-year basis with the amount due unless a 60-day notice is provided before the end of any calendar year. One party gives written notice to the other of its desire to terminate said agreement. They have also supported this with minutes from 2007, which shows that this was in fact passed and approved by Coalport Borough, which would make it a binding document. Without much in the way of discussion of this matter, I would say from reading the documentation provided that the Borough of Coalport should make a payment for the 2018 fiscal year in the amount of $7,500 to the Volunteer Fire Company. Thereafter, in accordance with the agreement, if it is decision or direction of Coalport Borough Council to give a 60-day notice for the term of the agreement before the end of any calendar year, that being December 31st, 2018, Coalport Borough has the option to terminate this contract at any time. Whereas I have not received any written correspondence from Coalport Borough indicating that they would not make the payment, I would presume if that is the case, we follow the 60-day provision for the 2019 fiscal period. If you have any additional questions or concern regarding the agreement, I would be happy to discuss this at a later time. And then after that, just mentions the flood project. Let me read that part too, or is that?
I think it should be read,
We're here for the project.
the whole letter.
In taking a look at another matter currently being reviewed, it would appear from the records sent down to me from our business office that there are outstanding invoices due as late October 2017. Most, if not all, of these invoices appear to be surrounding the levy project and a meeting of Coalport Borough Council voting meeting by our former employee, Mr. John Higgins, on or about November 30th, 2017. With that being said, we would like to know if there is some dispute or if it is simply a clerical error as it relates to the outstanding invoices. Likewise, we would like to know the intention of the borough moving forward with the levy project. If it is the borough's intent to continue moving forward, we can reach out to Kathleen regarding moving forward with the flood project. However, if it is the understanding of Coalport Borough and its council, if they do not want to move forward, please let us know. We can indicate the same as well to Mrs. Sheets, who I believe is the engineer working on this matter for Coalport Borough. Please let me know if there's any further assistance or anything we can do for you, and in the meantime, let us know if there is any additional dispute for which you may need legal advice.
After hearing that letter, I make a motion to pay the $3,750 for due the first of June.
I'll second that motion.
I'd like to roll call vote.
All in favor?
Roll call.
Roll call.
Roll call vote.
Sir, just give me 1 second. All right, roll call vote. Start with President Zupas,
No.
Joe Adam,
Yes.
Harvey Trent, Kevin Swatter,
Yes.
Jeff Root,
Yes.
Calvin Glass.
also, you know, take a minute to send a letter.
Yes, and that's where we're at, we need a motion. You want to make a motion to say that?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Say that,
Terminate contract with the
Second. There's a second. All in favor? Aye. Everybody's in favor?
Now, it is my understanding that as far as the contract is concerned, that there were changes that were missed. And the only reason why I voted yes was because I think that being that the fire company was not aware that there was an issue, we were not aware there was an issue. We did not bring this to the fire company's attention until after that June payment was to be made. That's the only reason why I voted yes. The actions of the fire company, I am appalled at. I am not in agreement of continuing this contract until they received a letter stating that we wanted documentation. We have yet to receive that. They've had over a month. I'm sorry, my fire company, if we were to call my chief right now, or the secretary, or the treasurer right now and say, we want the minutes, we want your call volume, and we want your treasurer's report, we would have it down here in less than an hour. I'm sorry, the fire company is being negligent in their responsibility to the borough.
They're in breach of this contract, because that is part,
They
that
never
is,
received the letter.
yes, they did.
No.
Not by June.
No letterhead was not signed.
We said that can knock down?
We said it.
So they did,
Yeah.
that's.
No,
so
there
that's
was
what
no
they-
letterhead that was not
Oh, I
signed.
understand that, but we already signed that and done the letterhead. I know that, that's why I just.
Yeah.
Then we
That's
sent
done
it,
right.
we sent it certified, Jack.
Okay.
I, you know, on
So they
record,
have
this was a
When?
gut-wrenching decision to make. Since we should have taken care of this before. We should have done this before the June meeting. I would have said, okay.
We just didn't know, yes, we went as fast as we
You
could.
could at least pay them the 30 cents.
Vote your concerns. My feelings is not against anybody that voted yes or anybody else that voted no. Just that's the way you feel and that's the way you gotta vote. That's why we're here.
You got it.
And
We'll be paid.
And it'll be paid. No harm done, that's what we decided to do as a group. And moving forward, like I said, we need to get that money out to Calhoun because this is September already, so.
Do you have that for me to sign? I'll sign that.
I can print it off.
I don't know if I have a copy of that here to read it.
If we get that in red out loud, so it can be signed and sent off to us, that way we can
Yeah,
vote on it.
you want to do that? Wait, can you make a copy of that letter?
Jack,
Let's take a little break here.
From them what we asked for.
The letter they received had no letterhead, no signature.
Okay. So that's the reason why they
Yes.
didn't give us it.
Yes.
But that's been a long time, we resent it, it was resent on.
That's petty on the part.
Right, it is, it is,
Yes,
but if
it
they
is.
want to play that game,
They know
that's
who it's
okay.
That's very petty.
You
Well,
know,
they're
here's-
very upset over the statement that was made in the council meeting.
you know, hold on here, we just made a big error. At the last meeting, we said we were not sending them any money until they provided us with the financials. So I say the money you just voted on does not go out until they provide us with the financials, because you already took that vote at the last meeting. Remember that? No money until you give us what we requested. So if they
So
need.
yeah, they're entitled to it, but.
Yes, but we want
what-
that stuff.
Right.
All right, just so that's understood.
Yeah, I'm fine, they're
Okay,
left
that's what we said.
on their end too, so,
I want to make sure when she comes back that that's very clear, that she doesn't send anything until we
Until
get the
we receive.
financials, and then once we get that, you send out the $3,750. Something we could probably do, well, in her absence, set a trick or treat date, see if she has that on the agenda. I'd have no idea.
Could I have to make two announcements?
Oh, yes, go right ahead. You do that then.
Come that time of year, you know, fall here. First one we have is the annual, homecoming parade, okay? And that will be, that will be September 26th. The annual homecoming parade. Start at 6:30. start as usual down Leo's. Use Route 53 up to CMA Church. And they, of course, have from Pendle to use Route 53.
You can get that now.
It's people were done.
Oh, did it? We done now?
I did,
No, I mean,
John.
ladies auxiliary.
No, the student count, the homecoming.
Oh, okay.
student
That's-
count,
that's who
high
does
school.
that. The school does that, okay. They see, they used to do it for Cambria County, and they used to have it for Penny Rens and their and it didn't make much sense.
That's on the last, okay? Okay, next one. Halloween parade, the Women's Club of Coalport. They've set the date, as you know, maybe it's October 27th. And the parade will begin at 2 o'clock at the CMA. And it will follow the regular route on Water Street. Did I say-
Union, they get down to
Union?
Union to the fire hall.
To the fire hall.
And they
To
give
their
treats out, and then usually a trick or treats after that.
Right, now, I'd like to hear council make a motion for trick or treat, to set the hours as
We
we
usually do it
do.
2 to,
Usually do three sisters.
Right,
Three
because of the
to
parade,
five.
whatever time it's after the parade.
Yeah.
Last year, we did it from 3 to 5:30. And they can start after they receive their treats, is our understanding.
Oh, I didn't mean to make one for all of us.
Oh, well, I
That
do.
is- Okay.
three to
Um,
five,
when
3
I-
to 5:30 then?
Before you
Is that
sign
good
it,
for
it'll be on
everybody?
letterhead,
Yeah.
I just did a
I'd like
quick.
to hear a motion.
All right.
That's good.
I make a motion that trick or treat be on October 27th
Right.
from 3 to 5:30.
Awesome.
All in favor?
Aye.
I want to clarify.
Thank you
were
very
out-
much.
You were out of the room. Do not send any money until we receive their financials and stuff that we requested. That's the motion we made the last.
last day of retirement.
Yeah, I really didn't care for that tone.
Lord, I like it.
Yes, go ahead, yes. Go ahead.
I don't know if everybody knows or not.
You'll hear it in your sleep.
They had to check on Glen Hope yet. I do believe it was approved. Cleanup day will be Friday, October 12th, and it's going to be at Elderberry Park. It'll be from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that's for the fees are the same as far as tires. You're allowed 4 tires I think it's 4 tires per family. Isn't that what it is, Walt?
Yes.
4 per family.
October what?
12th. It's a Friday. 8 to 4. Not sure. As far as I know, they're not taking any electronics. If it's like it was before, they would take refrigerators, they take deep freezes, anything like that. I don't think they don't take any microwaves or anything like that.
What was it about tires?
If you're like 4 tires, and your only can be car and light truck tires. They can't be tractor tires. They cannot be like 19.5 and
Is
out
there
truck
a
tires.
fee?
There's no, the fee comes back to us. We pay $1 per tire. It is worth it for us to get them out of the borough
Right.
rather than being stuck in a pipe.
Okay.
I'd like to make the announcement of that. And, Randy never got back on anything else on that, did he, Walt?
No.
So I take it the other 2 municipalities must have been good with that date.
Well, the last I knew, he had to get in contact with
Okay, well, we're setting it at this, so if it
Yeah.
changes, we'll have to adjust accordingly.
them. Yeah.
And then what we do, it doesn't matter. You'll work till like dinner time, then I go down and get you, bring you up and I take Walt down, bring you home.
What's the date?
And then whichever one takes the truck to
October
Clearfield,
12th.
that way is how we do it. And then the
October
truck can come
Yes.
back up to here, the vehicle's here, or whatever. However you want to do it. That's just been something we've done over the years and it worked out pretty good.
I have another question. Credit card. I always ask about the credit card.
You can't get it online, and I have called, I have stopped down, they always say, oh, I'll call, I'll say, well,
Why
credit
do we
card
have to
takers.
go through why would we have to go through the president for that? We should be able to go through,
What's
just a
that? I
branch,
can't
just
remember the
not
woman's
even a
name.
branch manager, all it is.
Yes, dear.
Yeah.
Isabella.
Isabella, yeah.
Well, isn't this the same as anybody else's bank card?
Yeah,
And that's
pretty
what
much
you
so,
said.
it's
It's
just the
pretty much
business
about,
card,
it
yeah.
may be a different color, is the only thing I know. It may be black rather than like their normal colors down here, white and light green.
Every time I call, they say, oh, we'll have the papers here, just when you drop off your deposit, ask, no matter who goes, me or Joe, when we drop off the deposit and say, there should be papers here for us. Nobody has any
They're not-
idea.
Like, I don't know whether they're avoiding it or what, but
Nobody knows what we're
I
talking about
will
when we
make
get there.
another, I gotta make,
I
I gotta make a deposit down.
You
Make
probably
a deposit
tomorrow.
down there.
Yeah, it seems like, I just wait
Nobody's
there, I
home.
talked to somebody at the time.
We have another problem. It was never voted on by this council to hire Calvin. So therefore, if there would be an accident, we should be in citizens on
We
that.
aren't, we have the personnel policy to do
No,
that.
Mr. Adams stated distinctly in the meeting in March, I will not hire and fire. That's borough's
I think you
responsibility.
said I will not fire. Did you
No,
say
it said
you
hire
will?
and fire.
It should be on, it should be hire and fire. Now, I brought it forth, and you said, well, being the only candidate, so I went ahead
Yeah.
and he done the paperwork and hired him, but when push comes to shove on paper.
All right, if you want a motion, we'll just make, do I have a motion to hire Calvin, approve his employment?
I approve it.
There, that's all we need right there, we're done, yeah. Need a motion to approve.
How much motion?
All right, second, you seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion
Okay.
is to say retroactive.
You start tomorrow.
Referendum.
That's the right, yes.
You start tomorrow, Cal.
And there's one other problem we have. You, in one of our workshops, said we should remove the resolutions for our tax form from our book. According to Pennsylvania,
I don't think, you got me confused there.
okay, you said the resolutions for our taxes to be selected are done every time we reorganize.
Every time that we pass a new budget, we also have to pass an ordinance.
Right,
Not a
right,
resolution,
right.
but an ordinance,
And-
annually.
And there's a resolution has to be passed to select the taxes.
It shows 28
That's the
mil.
ordinance, that is an ordinance,
No, that's
not
a
a
resolution.
resolution.
And you said we should remove that.
No,
And that
Can I
has
see
to
the
be named
ordinance
with the
book?
book.
Yeah,
The resolution is part of the minute.
it will be you always pass an ordinance, you always do that. Every time you pass your budget, saying what your millage is going to be, and that goes in your ordinance book. It's an ordinance that expires after 1 year.
But it
It
has to
stay in the
remain,
ordinance book.
it has to remain in the ordinance book.
Nobody
That's
ever
right.
said it wouldn't.
That's right.
You never said that it wouldn't.
Where was I at then? I was sat right here in that meeting.
Well, somebody miscommunicated, because I know how that works, and it's called an ordinance, and you do it every January, December. Whenever you pass your budget.
An ordinance or a resolution must remain in the book, because that's part of the minute.
Ordinance. And they're not part of the minutes, an ordinance is in the ordinance book, minutes is in the minutes book, it'll show up in the minutes that you passed an ordinance. And that's glued into we'll be cool on that, there's no, you just deal with it when it happens, you'll see when we do it, either, when you do that, in January,
I have
December, pass your
We do that, we
budget
do
and
that
your
in-
ordinance.
Well, what
January
were we talking about, ordinances being taken out of the book? I mean, the resolutions being taken out of the book.
We wanted to have a resolution book and an ordinance book, because the ordinance, the resolutions just get lost. Who knows where they are? Even the ordinances get lost. We will revisit this topic again. We never finished all that because
I
we got
think
stuck in the
On
financials
the,
here.
if you look at the older, I'm just gonna, I'll take for instance, say 1998 into the mid-2003. When you go back and look into them, what they did, at the end of the year, they would be put in there, the percentage per capita tax, your
Yes.
28 mils.
Right.
Because I looked through one of the older books when it was still down around 20 mils.
Yes.
And then I seen it slowly 23, 25,
Yeah, and
to
that
where it's
ordinance
at now.
expires after 1 year. Those ordinances are good for 1 year, but it is an ordinance, not a resolution. We will
Yeah,
pass that
ordinances
probably in December when we do our budget. We'll
Yeah.
say that our millage is going to stay at 28 mils. And then, is your question, Reverend?
This is-
Well, resolutions if you go back in the minutes, they were attaching resolutions to minutes. It should have been a resolution book,
Yes.
according to Commonwealth law.
Yes, that's right. We were right about that. We started to deal with that, and we were derailed, and eventually we would get back and fix all those things. But our priority has to be our financials. There's only so much we can do at a time.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, we can't take on any more. We can't.
Yeah, but we weren't the contractors.
All right. I have one more thing here for Andrew. You and I talked briefly about Penelec tax exempt number. You were going to call them. Did you give them our tax? Tell them we
I
are tax
called,
exempt?
I said, we're tax exempt, this is the number, they did take the information, rather than they apply it, I probably
Don't
won't
know
know
that.
until we get a bill,
Oh, okay.
so we will
Would
see.
we be, I suggested that, I don't know whether the lady can do it, the lady that sent us all the information from Altoona.
Is that Shannon Hoover?
Was that her name?
I don't know.
Wasn't
That's
sure
the
of her
one I'm
name.
in correspondence with.
Okay.
She cannot do that because
No,
I
no, no,
talked to
I
her
just wondered
today.
if she
She
could come
said
to a meeting, wonder if she could come to a workshop or something
she
and kind
doesn't
of
really
explain.
want, they don't really want to do that.
They don't like being out of
Yeah,
their,
what-
their normal
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
They're probably like a 9 to 5
But
time.
they'll answer all the questions we
Okay.
have.
All right.
She likes, she
I
prefers
just thought it
email.
would be so much easier
After
to
they
have
get their paper.
face to face and ask some questions
All right,
that way.
this dovetails, I guess you don't know this, I talked to Helen, we just go right into that now. I talked to Janet today about all the streetlights.
Okay,
That's
all right,
what we're having.
okay, yep.
And one of the
That's
things that we
reasonable.
agreed on, I got them, we can turn out up to 10 lights, and they will not charge us.
Now, is that on
They
the
were a
ones
little
that's on the
pissed.
bigger contract?
Yes, they were a
Okay.
little pissed at me, so I said, my name's Joe Adams.
No problem.
No, I'm kidding.
No, that's fine.
But
Wouldn't be
anyway,
the first time.
they agreed if we can identify up to 10 lights, there will be no $500 fee. Now, she was a little huffy about this. She said other municipalities have done this type of thing. And what happened, a month later, there was such uproar in the community that they put them back on. I said, you put them back on, you are going to pay. So you better be sure of what you're doing. So if we go that route, we better be really, I would talk to anybody that lived in the area.
Well, if I'm the only one that lives above a light, there shouldn't be really
Yeah,
any
problem.
issue
Yes.
on that.
So I thought you two seem to have done more work on this than anybody else. I know you've put some thought into the lights that you would eliminate. So if we meet, I don't know if you want to meet this Wednesday since it's just 2 days away, but if we can identify some lights, if you guys can, and then we can talk about it collectively, ask the people in that neighborhood. The best thing we could hope for would be to eliminate some lights entirely. And then if we have a dozen that are not under contractors, there's 14 of them total, if we could then convert them to LED.
I
So
think
we
it'd
would
be
have-
worth
we
it.
would
I think it'd
win-win.
really be worth it to convert
You
them.
have to do a minimum of 12, minimum of 12. So we now have 2 options. We can do all that, and if we can find, you found some lights, you see no use for it, we can very selectively, if we're very careful, and nobody is up in arms, we can shut off lights and they will not charge us, up to 10.
How much does it cost us to switch these to LED?
No, the ones under contract, $480. You can't do that. But the ones that are not under contract, they will reduce them at their cost, and we will save 25% on 14 lights. 25%. We'll go from
No, we'd have to
$12.
do 12.
Minimum of 12. We have to do 12. Well, depending on where the ones are that you guys
Yeah,
decide.
I mean, these are probably the ones that's not under contract, are probably gonna be scattered around.
They probably are. Let me far from.
Most of them's on Main Street.
The ones that's not on contract. I didn't bring the paper with me.
Most of them's on Main Street.
Then that's actually, that would work for us, because if we don't shut any of them off, we can reduce all of them to LED and save
In fact, I'll tell
25%.
you something else. The LEDs will be, like, they're 40 watt versus 70 or 100. You're gonna save that way, and 40 watt of LED is gonna make a lot more luminous
Yes.
than,
Some of them.
That's easy.
than the, say,
You
70 or
will.
100.
That's
Those sodium
all.
lights are terrible.
Right.
Especially
That's all.
rainy like this,
So
you
this
know, like,
would Franklin and
Well,
Main.
I guess we need
Princeton,
volunteers.
you know, we can
I'll
do it.
join,
Everybody do it.
I'll join, it's just, you've done a lot of work on this. You've put some thought into it, so you seem like a logical person, I think you have too. I'll help. Or anybody that wants to volunteer, anyone around the table that has a suggestion for a light that you think we can get rid of.
Yeah.
But I think we
but I
must be
just said the
very
one about
careful.
my garage up there, because it doesn't really shine anything. I thought that one would be fine. The one on the corner, right by you, I would let that there because you have people right there, and I get lights from
What
that
did you
one.
find out about that one by Dolores's?
That one on Dolores's, she does not pay for it. It was put there before she even moved there. That was put there when Donna Clarkson moved
Well,
up
then
to-
that's the one that's not listed anywhere, I bet you.
It could be, 'cause that number don't come up anyway. I talked to her about it, and it is not, she doesn't pay for it, and it's not on our
But
list.
that was the last one put in
Didn't you
town,
find
but
one
I
that
think
is
that's
on the
one that's
list?
not on the list.
Yes, I found one, and
Do you
it
know
was on,
Do you know it?
yeah.
See it on here?
What I need a list of all of those that we can't identify.
Are they willing to send somebody up to verify all this?
No.
Not
Okay.
really. What she wants me to do, if we can't figure it out at all, we will send the poll
Number
number
19,
in,
Joe, I think the one you were
and she
talking
will
about.
then
What was it?
identify it, and let us know where it is. But we'll get them identified. I mean, I don't want to pay for something that isn't in the borough.
Now, I'll tell you where the light was, and the only reason I didn't see, you can't see the pole for an apple tree. And it's right above Red's house. It's on Hickory and on West Railroad.
Well, that'd be history then.
Well, it should be Hickory and Railroad.
Do you want to just email me the numbers from the poll, if you can't figure it out on there?
I have them wrote down, all the ones we could find. So,
All right.
I'm just looking real quick.
I have 9, 18, 19, 24, 25, 32, and 50. There's seven.
Where's Lumber Street, Joe?
Lumber Street? Lumber Street.
Lumber
That
House.
comes out from by Mom,
Oh,
his mom's
okay.
house, right out through. And that, the only part of it that's the street is the paved part that would go over to Walnut. And then it would be considered an alley from there out through.
It says Lumber and History Street here, so. Not when we don't have that off.
Well, Lumber and Hickory Street, that would be actually the one that's right there by, whatever their name is below there, the trailer. Miller's, Mr. Miller's. I will get it to you at some point. I'll make sure, I'll go over it again because it's even hard to get to.
Okay. Then the other problem, maybe we should take some of this up on Wednesday. She wants to know, some of these we can't identify because there's no number on the poll. Now, some you can reason out, and like I figured out 24 and 25. I'm not
Well,
sure.
use like the one right here in the
Yes.
center, it's totally missing.
Yes.
How about number 18, Joe? That's Warren and History.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
18 is Warren and History.
Do we want to meet that on Wednesday?
We can't have a Walnut Hickory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Oh, I'm with that.
All right. This is just the workshop.
I should be good. I'll have to look it up. I marked it on my paper. My paper's just laying at home. I didn't even think to throw it in.
Yeah, because we have, there was 3 or 4 lights that we wrote on the back that all
Yes,
did,
yes.
that we couldn't find.
And I had the extra one wrote on the top that was,
We figured it probably missed
yeah,
theirs.
and that was, it was.
So
you
if
could
we
either
had
take it as-
7 or 8 missing lights, but we got 4 unknown poles, so there's at least 4 of our 7 lights.
And then the one down below me, that can go 2 ways. That can either be forest, and it's either considered forest and Laurel, or it's considered forest and Haggerty Road or street, because that stops, Laurel stops there and Haggerty continues up.
There is a light here.
Yes, right there. She told me, I talked to her about it. She said, when Donna and Jim put the place in up above, I'd like to put there, because that would be one of the last streets that the borough paved, because they paved from where that right in front of Dolores is up to where you start to go to Durham to Haggerty.
Yeah.
That's one of the last ones that was ever paved, is that right there. Borough had to pave that, they didn't pave it.
Which one are you talking about?
It would change from, if you went forest out to you where you can't go any farther
Yes.
below me, it goes
Yes.
to Lowell. If you turn down to Lowell, if you turn up, it's Haggard.
Okay, and that's paved.
That's paved from there up, yeah, there's about 150 feet, 150 feet, something like that. That's probably one of the newest paved roads other than the one we just did. But that street light there, the horse told me that was put there when Jim and Donna put their house in.
That nothing's,
It doesn't, I had a separate number up at the top and it didn't correspond with anything we had. That may be the 56th one, if that was what it was supposed to be. That might be the 56th
Do we
one.
know whether or not Jim will pay for light?
Well, see, I talked to Dolores, I'll have to, when I called that night, I didn't call her because it was late. Anything past 9 o'clock, she's pretty much, she's in bed.
Just to find out.
Yeah, I can give her a call. I give her a call like midday. Midday's good to talk to them.
Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna ask, how you wanna approach this with the lights?
Well, depending on the weather, I mean, and tomorrow I gotta go to take my dad to the doctor.
So that's,
It would be
That
Wednesday
is-
afternoon before I can even get out.
well, then is it it's too soon then to have a meeting on Wednesday, so let's skip this Wednesday.
And go to next. And that would give me and Joe enough time to get together and say, okay, today we can do that.
All right. All right, and Joe, if you email me the number, anything you've identified, and then
I'll get
will
that
fire
one,
off an email
I'll get it to you.
her.
They might not get it to you tonight.
Yeah,
Because
it's
I
no
don't even know when,
problem.
I don't know when I'll be home.
So we're looking at 19th for a meeting?
Look at the calendar, whatever, yeah. I would guess on this Wednesday and then do.
That'll give me
It sounds
at
like
least a week to
19th.
get together.
That's my birthday, you're gonna have cake here?
Oh, there we go, yeah.
Are you gonna bring
When
it?
is it?
19th.
Wait a minute.
Probably won't be able to
She's gonna
find
write
that
it
many
down.
candles. Probably won't be able to find that many candles.
That's right.
You know, what we haven't done, it's
Well,
kind of
we got a
BS, and
president
let's
already.
adjourn this meeting.
I have,
Oh, yeah,
before we do that, I have
hold
another
it,
thing.
hold it.
Um,
I'm gonna call
we should go
Okay.
to the medical center and ask for a donation in lieu of taxes. I suggest that maybe you should go to the next board meeting and ask them for that.
I suggest you go, it's your idea.
I'll go with you.
There you go, you got a date.
I was glad to do it, but I don't know when the board meeting is, and I have my follow-up appointment on the 19th.
I'll do it.
I don't know when the board meeting is, going to chat.
And we can ask for a donation?
With a donation in lieu of taxes.
In other words,
Since they don't pay taxes.
Right.
they're
Taxes,
they're
yeah.
501c3, so they should be able to make a donation to the borough. Just, if nothing else, tell them it's for,
You see that
ask them
carpet
if
they
there's
put
a
in there?
donation toward our
Yeah.
streetlight issue.
No,
Through, too.
So, you have to follow the in lieu of taxes.
In lieu of taxes, okay,
Yeah.
because they don't pay
We're
taxes.
not allowed to have donations,
Okay,
but we are in lieu of taxes.
in lieu of taxes.
Yes.
What do we think that they would pay yearly in taxes?
It would be, you'd have to take the value of that property, whatever that would be.
It would be
Appraised
probably
at
very
times
close to what Black
28
Diamond
mils.
paid at one time, maybe not that high, but it would be a significant, nice piece of change.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as much as Black Diamond, that was
But-
probably $1 million property when it was.
No, it
built,
was, but
right?
they had that brought down 2 times that I know.
Right, right. I
That's
can
why
see why
they
they would,
brought
because
down.
it's here.
And we were down, and we were down at Smithfield both times, we might as well stay home. They're really close to me.
The time I went down, he wasn't even allowed to speak.
They
Time
didn't
I
pay
went down.
much.
Yeah,
So
they
you're
get-
allowed to, as far as tax exempt, you're allowed to make have a certain amount and still be tax exempt. You would
No.
do
Yeah.
that.
A 501, they can make what they want.
I-
And be tax exempt.
Yeah.
Because I asked that question.
If they have
C3.
over a certain point, that's just like the moose and the vets. They basically are the same way, but in their writing of their minutes, more or less, they give their profits out to different organizations in the community.
Right,
That's
but
what they normally do.
I asked that question when,
Is the moose tax in
I don't know if it is, but I know they give donations,
No,
so to speak.
so the reason they do that is because of the things it's ball games and
When
chance.
all games are chance license.
That's why they do it.
All right.
But anyways, I asked that question in the county commissioners meeting. I said, where does nonprofit end? I said, last year they had $34,500 profit. My answer was, it's a 501c3, grant.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield used to be a 501c3, they were nonprofit. You can, yes, yes. So
And-
there's
and-
some big organizations, you can make a lot of money and not pay taxes.
I don't know how something like that, insurance company,
Yeah.
boy, there's
Yeah.
something that can really, they can just turn the whip on you anytime they want.
Yep. And all it means is no shareholders to pay dividends to. So you do everything.
Before we close this out.
That's when it started, that's when it
Your
ended.
letter, we never did.
The
vote on it.
original,
Meeting's ready.
And then it's
I
been,
thought, all right.
Didn't vote.
Year
All right,
every year.
I don't even remind me. Dated September 10th, 2018, officers of Glendale Volunteer Fire Company. Please be advised, the Coalport Borough Council voted today to terminate the agreement between the Glendale Volunteer Fire Department and Borough of Coalport dated January 1st, 2008 through December 2010. And on behalf of the Coalport Borough Council, President Paul Zuber.
And that'll be our letter.
Here's what it's telling me.
Now, it should have their stamp on it, the official.
Yes.
And, that was voted on. That was voted on.
I thought it was, but let's revote.
No, it was voted on. This was,
No, I don't have.
She doesn't have it, let's do it.
I
I
wouldn't
thought it was
vote
voted
It was
on.
voted on.
We agreed to,
We did, it was unanimous.
so we agreed to send them a letter.
it. Did you
Yeah.
do it while I was printing it off?
No, no,
I-
it was unanimous.
Last month. No, because Jack, what had happened was that Jack said something about we never voted on me, and then we never voted on something else, and I don't think we ever read the letter.
no, you didn't read the letter. You asked me this letter and read it.
and there was
Do I
no
have a-
discussion.
Do I
I
have a
make the
motion?
motion that we approve this letter.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Okay, now we
Please,
have it.
and please make it
Deja vu.
bigger than like a number 8 on the,
That's just how I had to print it.
That's
I
all right,
understand
yeah.
that. Make it that, make it
She'll
that
make it
somebody
work
that,
hard.
somebody
12
that don't
point.
have to put their glasses on or
Should be at least
read this
12.
That's at
Yeah.
least a 12.
Yeah.
No, that's not it.
That's not.
No, that's a 12.
We'll make it better.
That's a
All right.
12 report.
Is there any other
I just
business?
have,
Yes.
Yes. Lady in
What do you
blue.
have?
I just have a quick letter from Streetscape. It just says, Dear council members, please be advised that the Coalport Streetscape Committee has applied for Keystone Communities Program funding from the Pennsylvania Department of Economic Development. The Coalport Streetscape Committee has applied for Backade grant funding of $50,000 to be used as a matching grant funds for homeowners and business owners who are located on Main Street within Coalport Borough who are willing to make improvements to their homes and businesses recommended by the guidelines set forth by the committee. We are excited about this opportunity and hope to make our little town a much better place to live and visit. So it doesn't really,
It doesn't require any action.
no, it's just,
information.
they wanted to let us know that they're applying for this grant. And
They applied for the last couple of years, they got turned down really last year. It, I think they tried to spread that around throughout the state a little more. They'll look over you once in a while. But luckily, we've been fortunate in what, we had at least once, if not twice in town.
Now, is there any other business?
Yes.
Oh, no, there is, all right. More.
Okay,
Okay.
I received a letter from Senator Langerholt, and they're holding a workshop for grant writing in Clearfield, and I would like to attend. It's free, it's on October 4th.
Yeah, do you need a motion? Need anything? Need a motion to allow Barbie to attend the seminar.
Anybody want to go with me?
I make a motion that we send Barbie be going around, whatever she needs to do. If she wants to, somebody wants to go with her on October 4th, did you say? Okay, October 4th for Clearfield, for a workshop for grants.
So do you need any money for this?
No, it's free.
All right, then I need a second. All in favor? Aye. We got 8 of us. Okay.
We're not going to set charges yet.
And then spring of the state.
Now, is there?
Are we allowed to show up at that seminar?
What's that?
Are we allowed to show up at that seminar, or do you have to be
I
registered?
have to be registered. They
I got
asked me
this
to
in
register.
Is that that one of the, does that happen to be one
I
that's,
didn't
I didn't get that. Is that one that's limited space and you should respond just ASAP?
Did you want to go, Jerry?
Oh, I like to. I went to the one before when I was on council.
She's looking for a companion to go, you just gotta register.
Are you gonna register, or do you need the agent for you? Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
You can-
I just wanted to make sure.
Do I have a motion to adjourn
I
this
motion
meeting?
that we adjourn this meeting. with no further.
Do I have a second?
We think it was gonna go on.
Did you talk
All
to
in favor?
Barbie? Did you talk
Aye.
about park
All right, no, it can be us.
restitution?